Hey everyone, this is the Scott Man. You can probably guess where we are, but we're back in Frankenmuth and we're going inside the visitor center here. Some soft drinks over there. But yeah, we're actually in the covered part of it right now. And as we're coming out to basically where I started the Frankenmuth video 2 years ago, and then the Frankenmuth segment in the Bay City video from last year. We're back out the main road, and we came from the back entrance there, and as you can tell, it's the same visitor center that's always been here. It's quite a beautiful day. It's actually gotten a lot warmer since this morning. Yeah, a lot of the trees are starting to bloom here. If I have to say, almost a little bit more than how it is at where I live right now. But however, we did see some snow about a week and a half ago where I lived. Actually further south in here, which is kind of unusual, but what can you do? We had a nice beautiful day here. Had some chicken at Zender's a little bit ago. It was good stuff. Actually had it nice and fresh, so it tasted really good. I'm going to head over in that direction, so be right back. I can hear the birds sing right now. Can't see them, but I can definitely hear them. But anyway, we're just over there just a little bit ago. And there's the good old Cheese Haus, which actually I might buy some cheese later today before I head back home. So I've actually never bought their cheese before, even though I've been in there a few times to look around, but I might have to buy some today. It'll taste good on some sandwiches, you know. And also, looking down south on M83, and also there's the Frankenmuth Fudge Kitchen to get some good stuff. I think a couple years ago, I bought some fudge from the Fudge Kitchen, and it was really good. Love their peanut butter fudge. It's pretty good. So yeah, coming up next, I'm actually going to head over to the covered bridge. On my first Frankenmuth video, I did drive in it, but this time I'm actually going to be showing a couple different things by foot that I didn't show in the other videos on Frankenmuth that I've shown, so stay tuned. Actually, I'm not over at the bridge yet, but I'm going to keep walking, going by some of the different stores along here. As you can see, we're coming up to the Bavarian Inn over on the left side. Looks like there's quite a bit of people that looks like had some lunch, I am assuming. As for chicken, you either go to the Bavarian Inn or Zender's. And that's where we just were just a little bit ago. And of course some other restaurants along here too. And of course the old Ross Country Store. It's got quite a bit of unique items in there. Michigan's most unusual country store. Definitely very unique items inside. So definitely take a look if you're in the Frankenmuth area. But yeah, a lot of flowers and leaves in bloom right now. It's like when there's not a lot going on, definitely can hear the sound of nature out here. But yeah, it's turned out to be a beautiful spring day after all the rain we've seen. Yeah, I know I've said that in my Bay City State Recreation Area and Zill walking videos today. Got a nice frontal view of the Bavarian Inn. All the beautiful flowers that are in bloom here. We're walking in front of Zender's, and before we know, we'll be over at the covered bridge, so I'll be right back. If you look in front of us right there, that's the covered bridge. I If you remember, if you watched my other Frankenmuth video from 2 years ago, I drove in that on camera. Right now I'm sitting on a little bench right here, as you can tell, and watch the beauty of the springtime. We're getting close to the very, very, very end of April, and we're about to enter May. Weather-wise in April, it's been on the colder side than average, but they were saying that during the past couple months, so I kind of knew it was going to be on the cooler side. Of course, right across the street from the Bavarian Inn with the Glockenspiel, and then of course Vendors right there, and then M83 right here. But sometimes you just gotta relax a little bit, just sit down and enjoy the nice weather. However, we gotta head over to the bridge, so don't worry, I'm going right there this time. Yeah, I know I keep interrupting, but sounds wonderful though, the Glockenspiel. Alright, now we're heading over. Here we are, here's the covered bridge. Last time, as I keep saying, I drove in there, just like this SUV is right now. However, there's conveniently 2 sidewalks that go under the bridge too. So I'm actually going to take the pedestrian route and enter the shade. And we're about to go over the Cass River, and like the Saginaw River, due to all the rain, the water level's quite high. As you can see, some of the river right over there, kind of like where that little small island is. If you look over toward where the Bavarian Inn Lodge is, the water level is higher than what it should be. Yeah, it is quite. It's almost higher than the Saginaw River, in my opinion. As you can tell, that's what happens when you receive too much rainfall in too little time, as we had a lot of heavy rain during our rain events. And of course right here is the road. Somebody's going on it again. We'll go ahead and walk to the other side where a good view of the Bavarian Inn Lodge is. Gotta love the wooden architecture of the bridge. It looks quite amazing. Don't get to see a lot of this along the car, except for maybe the sides of it, maybe. Yeah, you can see how fast the water is moving. And I forgot what was it. Oh yeah. But luckily they built the bank there enough to where it won't flood the city or anything. So that's good in the way of preparation and not prevention of any major flooding within the city, as that would not be good news one bit. But continuing on, we're almost on the way out, and there's the site of the Bavarian Inn Lodge. And of course the road comes out here, and you can also go back the same way too. There's a nice view of the road part of it. Let's quickly cross over while there's no traffic coming, and you can get a better view of the Cass River and the sidewalk bridge and the main bridge for the main highway here. As you can tell, yeah, water level is pretty high, and normally right there, I think that is a pier that's right there. So you can definitely tell it's quite high. But yeah, I'll be right back. I head back over that direction. We're at a little path that walks right along the Cass River. And you can see all the big branches that are floating down. there are any bigger branches, you might have a free log ride, but I wouldn't recommend it no matter what, though. We're walking by the Bavarian Inn. It's a nice little path that you can get to see the river right next to me. But you can tell how high the water is as I keep explaining. But yeah, this pretty much concludes today's video here in Frankenmuth, Michigan. This is the third time Frankenmuth's been on video here, at least on my channel. So yeah, this is the Scott Man signing off with the view of the Bavarian Inn Lodge with a willow tree with its leaves all the way in the river. But as you can tell here, on a serious note, yeah, you can tell how bad the river flooding is. As this is like a baseball and soccer field, and a lot further over there is where the river is supposed to be. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, I kind of knew the water level was going to be quite high, but I wasn't sure how high. And according to my flood warning reports for up in this area, I think the river crested. Either crested or is supposed to crest sometime today, so hopefully this is the highest it gets. As you can see, that's a lot of that is definitely supposed to be land, and you're technically supposed to. You can drive through there and park under the some of the trees over there and get a nice view of the river. And of course, there's a little boat ramp over there too. Yeah, it's really high. Wasn't expecting it to be this high. But yeah, as I keep saying, and what a lot of people say, it's what happens if you get too much rain and too little time. But sometime in the near future, the water level will go down to near normal to where people will be able to go in there again. Yeah, but yeah, actually, decided to look over here and see how high the river was before heading over to the River Place and then Bronner's. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and head on over. There's not really much more to see. So yeah, this concludes today's video of Frankenmuth and the increased height of the Cass River, which of course will be temporary because of the excessive rainfall that we've seen recently. So this is the Scott Man signing out.